Good morning, my darlings. Welcome to a new vlog. I'm starting off today's vlog in the very echoey kitchen here at Strawtop Cottage. We are just doing the final checks, making sure everything is in order, ready for our Jubilee weekend guests who will be checking in today, the day that you're watching the video. We've had a tiny bit of stuff done here at the cottage since we were last here that we just need to give the final tick of approval. We've had some new curtains put up just to make the living room a bit more cozy. So across the entrance between the living room and the hallway and across the patio door. So if you did want to cozy up and watch a film and have like a total blackout in the living room, then you can now do that. We've also bought some more potted plants for the patio area. So we're just potting those up and yeah, just making sure it's all absolutely perfect. I'm going to give you a little tour down the lane in a second because one of the neighbours has actually painted their door in a Union Jack ahead of the Jubilee weekend. There's Union Jack bunting down the street. Honestly, it is the perfect, very stereotypical English country village, and there's loads of stuff going on here this weekend. So very much looking forward to that. It'll probably be in the next vlog or the one after that where you see the actual Jubilee weekend, but the day this video goes live is the start of it, so make sure you're watching our stories to see what we're getting up to because we have got some amazing plans this weekend. I'm filming this video on the Sunday before and it's suddenly gone absolutely freezing, hence why I'm wearing a cashmere jumper and my Burberry lightweight jacket. But having said that, the sun has just come out, so hopefully we might have a little bit of a change in the weather and it warms up a little bit because, yeah, I was fully excited for summer and now it feels like we've gone back to chilly early spring. But anyway, let me show you these very quick cottage updates. So we've added the lady that lives in the village, we've added her bits here into the kitchen. The brand name is not on the tea towel. I will have to leave it linked down below. We've actually asked her if we can get proper Strawtop Cottage logos on here, so that would be really fun, and then maybe you guys will be able to buy them as well. Nothing really new to report here in the kitchen. We're just giving the plants a bit of a water. Oh yes, the sun is coming out, and these are the potted plants that we need to sort out here on the patio. We are all about giving our guests the proper countryside experience here at Strawtop, so you can even borrow a very old wax jacket, Barber wax jacket, while you stay. One of the things that our cleaner has to do every time is just check the pockets of these to make sure there's no dog poo bags or tissues left in the pockets. We're all good. So this is one of the new curtains. You might recognize this style from our house. It's exactly the same style as we've got in our entrance hall with these beautiful pleats at the top and then the Samuel & Son trim. The only thing we haven't had a chance to get these tie backs actually put up on the walls yet, so we've just pulled them back with a little bit of tape, but that'll be the perfect finishing touch to these curtains. And then we've got the same on this side. We're going to have to put this one over here so that you can still access the light switch. Another little reminder for our future guests, if you ever need a vacuum cleaner or a spare dog bed or a first aid kit or a picnic blanket, you'll find it in this hidden cupboard. Oh, a picnic backpack. You'll find it in the hidden cupboard under the stairs, which is a bit of fun. And I've actually brought my laptop with me here because the internet is much faster here, so I've been able to upload my Sunday YouTube video very, very quickly. That background noise is Charlie misting the plants.
It's good to do this every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But it's always a hard one because everyone, I remember like, even my mum was like, you're mad putting a houseplant in a rental cottage. But
why?
Well, because it obviously needs watering, but Kasia, who's our lovely housekeeper, she waters it, and whenever I'm here, I just give it a bit of this. TLC.
A little bit of TLC.
If any guests fancy misting it for us, that would be wonderful.
Where would our guests find the mister if they want to?
In here, this has got everything you need in here. So this, I love this, and this is what...
this is in our house in Clapham.
Yeah, so we like to do that with projects. So this is a piece of furniture that has come with us from London, all the way here. Mm-hmm. So this is in here. You've got firelights in here. You've got board games, various board games,
yeah.
Top trumps.
We need to bring the Cotswold Monopoly here.
Well, yeah. There's
Which one have they got there? The Gloucester one, or traditional? Traditional.
Yeah, traditional one.
Right. I don't think anyone will be lighting any stoves. Although the weather today, I probably would quite fancy it.
Not to encourage people to light stoves for the sake of it, but if I'm completely honest, in the evening at this time of year,
Yeah.
Just one log in that stove adds ambience, and it doesn't get the room crazy hot.
Yeah.
And if you have this pushed in, it limits the oxygen. It just burns slowly away.
Yeah. We do have a reel on the Strawtop Instagram on how to light a stove. So whether you're staying or not, and you just want to know how to properly light this, then check that out. What else is new?
Going up here.
Yeah, I think we should try and get that done.
Well, no,
for our next guests.
Get on to Martin.
Yeah.
Where's
Good idea. It does feel like it's been a little while since I brought you in here, so another very tiny little update is the new lampshades which Charlie found and swapped out for the first floor bedroom, so now everything ties in really nicely. You might remember these are the William Morris lampshades that we got from Pookie, and then you've got a selection of lovely little books here on the oak and rope tray. Some hydrangeas from... Actually, they're not from our garden, but they are from our Christmas decorations. And yeah, I think that's everything that is new here at the cottage. We need to get this mirror hung up again. We swapped it for a bigger one. You've got your... Oh, these are meant to be coiled around in a neat fashion. But you've got your Dyson hairdryer in the dressing table. So if you watched our video a couple of weeks ago where Charlie and I put in this new herbaceous border outside our cottage and the neighbours, then this is a little progress update. It's looking really, really good, especially the wisteria is very much enjoying its position here, so it shouldn't be too long until the cottage has some beautiful wisteria blooms. The alliums are starting to come out as well. They're these really special kind of star-shaped buds. The climbing hydrangea also looking very happy in its new position. It's definitely a whole lot tidier and more in keeping than it was before. Back home again, and I thought I would show you our herbaceous border that we put in just over a year ago by comparison size-wise. So a lot of the things in here are similar to what we put in at Strawtop. So the grasses, the hydrangeas, the salvia. Did we do catmint at the cottage?
Say that again?
Did we put catmint in at the cottage?
Walker's Nepeta, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to give you an idea, that is Nepeta Walker's Low, which keeps lower, hence the name.
Right.
And is the best one. But I bought Six Hills Giant by accident, which is down there, and you can see it gets a lot taller.
Oh, that's okay.
And a bit more dominant.
Quite nice to
it kind of works.
Have it in the background. And this is why it's really worthwhile planning your borders, because you can see how we've got the purple just quite evenly spread throughout, and then the grass is spread throughout. So it's a really nice kind of pattern. And I just want to show you while we're here the roses, which are doing so well and really starting to bloom. I mean, look at that shape. That is absolutely stunning. And this is the wall that we get to see from our bedroom window. So it's a real delight to look out upon. Rose head had snapped off, so I've just gathered a few other blooms from the herbaceous border along the red brick wall, created this little display, and it looks rather lovely. And this rose, oh my goodness, the fragrance is unlike anything I have ever smelt before. Gorgeous. Up a couple of bud vases, and I made a very small haul from the garden centre. These are the Platinum Jubilee sweet peas. I think I might be too late to plant them out this year, but I might try a couple. And then I am in need of a new pair of gardening gloves. Of course, I would love the Dior ones, but that's totally ridiculous. And these are literally less than a fifth of the price, so I thought I would get those. And then I picked up a few of these brochures for the National Garden Scheme. We literally live within well, we're not anywhere near Northampton actually, but we live pretty much on the Oxford-Warwickshire border, not too far from Northampton, so I thought I would look through all of these and see which gardens we can explore over the next coming months. I said to Charlie maybe in a few years' time we should open up our garden for the National Garden Scheme. I think it's just one day a year, but how cute would that be? And then you guys can come and have a little mooch around the gardens. Dexy, what are you doing? Good morning, my darlings. It's now Monday morning. Sorry, this is very antisocial of me. Oh, no, don't need to call Charlie. There we go. It's Monday morning, so I'm doing my usual, heading to Daylesford for my Reformer Pilates. I couldn't get my usual class this morning. The early morning class was fully booked. So I'm going for the 9:45 class, which is very leisurely, but I have done an hour or so of work already this morning to make up for that. I got so behind on my emails last week from being in London. I'm just not very good at multitasking when there's events going on and when I'm at meetings. So yes, I had a big inbox session this morning, and I've still got a really long to-do list of like stuff that's not just a quick email, you know, if it's that I have to send over like content, I need to put together stories, stuff that I've already filmed, but I need to like put it together, if that makes sense. And also because I really quickly filmed my Sunday video yesterday so that I could try to get ahead on the vlogs, my dressing room is just an absolute tip of clothes, of tripods, of lights. So, oh sheesh kebabs. Going back. It's always a nightmare if you meet someone coming down our lane because it is very much a one-way lane. What was I saying? Yeah, so basically I've decided that after Pilates today, obviously I need to continue doing my work, my admin. Oh my gosh, so much traffic on the lane this morning. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. And you're gonna be a bully, so I will come over here. Cotswold morning traffic. What was I saying? Yes, oh my gosh, this is the longest sentence ever. I've decided I'm gonna do a big old clear out when I get home. I'm gonna do a makeup clear out, I'm gonna do a clothes clear out, and I also really need to organize my travel makeup bags. Even when I was in London last week, every time I go somewhere, I set up a new travel like makeup bag, as in beauty products and skincare, and I just have about 10 different bags, no more than that actually. I've got probably 20 different bags filled with travel beauty products, so I need to get rid of the old stuff. There's some stuff that's definitely been in a travel makeup bag since before COVID. So yes, I would like to have an afternoon of clearing because there's just too much stuff everywhere in my dressing room. Anyway, I'm going to concentrate on driving now, getting myself to Daylesford on time, and I'll see you when I get there. Daylesford have got their purple, lilac and white bunting up, ready for the Jubilee. Ooh. And that cow's got something to say about it. The new wine area here at Daylesford. You can come and discover so many incredible wines from all over the world, and they've already edited through and found the very best. So even if, like me, your knowledge of wine is not that great, they can come and tell you which is the best for your budget. There's a whole section on under £30 wines, which are perfect for gifting and midweek meals. But the chaps here are so lovely, and they'll just help explain it, help you choose the perfect one. Got some temperature controlled fridges, some amazing Chablis wine. And look at this, if you've got a party coming up, my goodness. So as you come in, you can see all the Leube wines, which is of course owned by the Bamford family, their chateau in the south of France. So many of my favourites here. This is probably Lalande being my favourite. You can get a Magnum, you can try the white wines. If you're coming here for the Jubilee weekend, I believe they're going to have a massive bottle of the rosé, so you can come and give it a try. And then this is the section of the under £30 wines. So many to choose from. And the most important bit, the testing station. Okay, so that was my usual Monday morning inspo stroll around Daylesford. I love to see what they're doing with their tablescapes, if they've got anything new in. And it's just worth having a little 5-minute mooch around after getting my salads, which I've now got for the week. I've also got a spring onion and ham and cheddar tart for my lunch, which sounds delicious. And I've also got, I'd not seen them do this before, but they have these little like bite-size or multiple bite-size little slices of avocado on beetroot bread. So I thought I would just grab one of these to snuffle, because I'm always so hungry after my Pilates. So yes, that was a great start to the day. The new wine area looks absolutely amazing. They've done a great job and such a good use of that space. So definitely check that out if you come here. And the guys there are so friendly, and they'll teach you so much about wines. In fact, they were saying about how where the Leube is grown in a biodynamic way, and it has less sulfites within it, it's actually less dehydrating and therefore less likely to give you a hangover, and it just gives you that gorgeous light and fresh taste. And that's probably one of the many reasons why I love it and can drink so much of it. But yeah, that was really wonderful to look around that new space. And I also have a little treat here from Bamford. So what a wonderful start to Monday morning. I'm going to enjoy this and then head home and then get productive with a big old dressing room clear out. Back home again, and I'm going to do my usual Monday morning, I don't want to say flower arranging, but foliage arranging. This is the cow parsley from, I think, about 10 days ago, and it seems that the cow parsley is starting to die back in favour of this bigger version, which I think is carrot flower. But I am going to use my Picture This app just so that I'm not telling you the complete wrong information. It's a slightly kind of stronger structure, and you do get some pink ones as well. So I'm going to pull these out, put these in the green bin, and make a new display. Well, structurally it's definitely not my best, but I do love the shape of these blooms. They're almost kind of fennel-esque in their structure, which I think is so lovely. So I'm going to pop this back in the entrance hall, and this will be our lovely foliage display for the week. Got some salad leaves from the garden, a real mixture. I think this kind is my favourite. I just find it really fun to nibble on because it's so curly. Got some kale, some rocket, and some red oak lettuce leaves in here as well. Top tip, which I'm sure many of you already know, is to put your leaves, once they're rinsed, in some ice cold water, and that just keeps them nice and crispy until you're ready to make up your salad. I'm just going to make myself a cup of coffee while I do some emails before lunch, and oh my gosh, it's not focusing. There we go. I just had to show you this corgi. This is from the Biscuiteers Jubilee box that Elizabeth Arden sent over, and look at this. Isn't it adorable? This has been done by hand. The Biscuiteers biscuits really are absolutely incredible. It's almost too perfect to eat, but I know how tasty it's going to be, so not quite. I have literally been the world's biggest procrastinator today. I have been, do you know what, it's just the Monday inbox sucks me in, and what I'd hoped was going to be a really productive day sorting out my wardrobe has actually been a productive day sorting out my inbox, and also I'm doing lots of deliveries downstairs, and I have also got a nail appointment in an hour, so I don't have time to really get myself stuck in to the wardrobe clear out, but I'm determined to give it a start. And something that I have been really putting off, this is quite scary, is my shoe cupboard. Look at my gorgeous shoes, all just like thrown in there, and it doesn't really get, well, it gets a tiny bit better in here, but we've got winter boots next to summer sandals, and then this is where the summer sandals just really get piled on top of each other. So I definitely want to sort out my shoe shelving. So I think what I might do to force myself to actually have a little bit of a clear out is pull all of my shoes out, give my shoe shelves a little bit of a clean, and then when I get back from having my nails done, I can put my shoes all back in their perfect places. Well, that was an incredibly productive 25 minutes or so. I am really glad that I tackled this because my shoe area now looks so much better and I can actually see all of my glorious footwear. So as a reminder, my shelves are incredibly well engineered to slide all the way back there so I can see all of my shoes without having to really rummage about. However, we have a major disaster. It's actually a very small disaster, but to me it's a very major disaster. Guys, I can only find one of my favorite pair of shoes. These are my Jimmy Choo, I think they're called the Bayer shoes, and I can only find one of them. What on earth has happened? This is a huge problem. I have 2 legs, 2 feet, and 1 shoe. I don't know where the other one is. I've obviously now just gone through all of my entire shoe collection. My hope, oh my goodness, I hope it's like, this is the posh shoe area. So we've got my Manolos, my other Jimmy Choos, and my Valentino rock studs. Oh, I hope it's in amongst my tripods, but I really don't think it is. Oh, what a disaster. Where on earth could it be? I must have taken it on an overnight stay somewhere and it's fallen out of my suitcase or something. I don't know, but it has to be here somewhere. It has to be. I'm really upset. But moving on, I have got now it doesn't look that well organized because there's gaps everywhere, but gaps are great because it means I can buy some more shoes. I'm joking, I don't need to buy any more, but I will end up buying more. Anyway, so this is the kind of slightly more closed toe section. So we've got my trainers up in this corner, boots, which are obviously not very seasonal right now. And then down here we have got a few more boots at the back there, and then a few of my castagna wedges, some of my closed toe slip-ons. These are my favourites, my Nicholas Kirkwood flat shoes. I just love them. In fact, I should put the pink pair with my other colours here. These were the first ones that I got. Dickens chewed them and I wore them on the rainiest summer day ever in Positano, and they got completely soaked, but now they're just good gardening shoes, and then I bought them again. Got some Gucci flats, some LK Bennett that look like Gucci flats, some Todds, which I never wear, pretty ballerinas, the most beautiful little flat shoes here with pearls from Nicholas Kirkwood. So yeah, that's that drawer. And then this drawer is very sparse, so ready to be filled. I have actually had a good clear out as well. Look at these Nicholas Kirkwoods, they're so beautiful, and yet I have never worn them, so I'll leave a link to where you can buy all of these bits down below. And then over here, my Valentino Rockstud sandal collection. I love River Island shoes from the high street. I've got quite a few of their mule style shoes, so I've got those there. I should probably Oh, I don't know, I need to reorganise this a little bit more. It's not the most organised. My Aquazzura Raffia favourites, my little slip-ons, Valentino, and then down here we have got my very bougie jelly shoes, some like summer sandals. But as you can see, very excitingly, lots of gaps, which is great, because then it means I can fit some more shoes in there. I like to keep my little Mac & Mac shoes out here on display because they are just so beautiful, so they're not going anywhere. Guys, this is gonna really annoy me. Where is it? Wherefore art thou, other Jimmy Choo?
He said quite simply that when your expectations of how life is supposed to be going go unmet, you'll be unhappy. And this explains why, you go to a Michelin star restaurant and there's a billionaire who has ordered a 5 Michelin star steak and it's not quite cooked in the way that he had ordered it. And although he's in Mayfair having a Michelin star steak, if his expectation of how life was supposed to be going with that steak goes unmet, even though he's got tremendous privilege or she's got tremendous privilege, he will be visibly unhappy. Whereas you could go to a part of the world which is economically struggling, and a bowl of rice can cause euphoria. And it shows that really the subjective perception of your own expectations is at the heart of all of our happiness and unhappiness in our relationships, in our jobs. If we get a pay rise and we're expecting a 2k pay rise and it's a 1k pay rise, but if we're expecting...
Okay, made it to Hayley's to get my nails done. So this is a before. I've just got the builder gel on my nails, nothing fancy, but a little bit outgrown. Probably could have left these on for another few days or so, but nothing like a fresh set of nails. And we're back, and you guys, I went totally bold, the boldest I think I've ever gone for my nails. Let's see how I can best show you. So I knew that I wanted to get this, they're actually real dried flowers that are on my nails. I knew that I wanted them, and I was originally thinking a pink background, but then looking at all of the different colours that Hayley had, I decided to go for this one. I can't remember the name of it, I will find out. But yeah, we have got little dried flowers on my 4th, 1st and thumb finger, and they look so lovely. Really, really different for me. It's probably, hopefully, they will last and stay looking this good for a long time, but I love it. Gosh, our car is filthy. Let me know what you guys think to this very unusual nail design down below. Would you like to tell everybody where you're going, Dexy? Would you like to tell everybody where you're going?
I'm going for a back sack and crack, mate.
Instantly demonetized within 10 seconds of the video starting.
Did I get demonetised?
I don't know, it's quite rude. Anyway, as you might have guessed from Charlie's vulgarity, these two little boys are going to be de-scruffified. We're going for our pampering.
Back and sides, please.
We're going to the Cotswold groomer, and we are going to be unrecognisably handsome when you next see us.
Dickie has requested a skin fade.
And Dexy's having balayage. Gorgeous. Right, andiamo. Go on, baby.
Hi there. Let's take you off the lead and let's just
I'm really scared. We've got just over an hour until we need to pick up the boys, so we thought we'd come and grab some lunch. Charlie's just checking out the specials board. My favourite is usually a risotto. Huh?
Oh look, they've got Union.
Oh, little chicken.
He is a ridiculous dog, look, isn't he? Come out in a minute.
You look
Just wait for your breath.
so smart.
Yeah,
They would love it.
It's, a lot of our customers go there with their dogs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's even an account called Soho House Dogs.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
There used to be Farmhouse Bruce.
Oh.
The lady that used to do the memberships has a border terrier.
Just a smart little boy. You are.
Summer actually, feel better if his coat's
A bit shorter, a bit thinner.
Yeah.
yeah, just getting the undercoat out. So
Yeah, because it gets a bit.
Okay, hello darlings. Sorry, I just kind of jumped from yesterday to today, taking the dogs to the groomers. And I never really finished off what I was doing yesterday, which was sorting out my wardrobe room. So I'm going to attempt to have a productive afternoon now, having taken the dogs to the groomers, done loads of work this morning. I went for my second Reformer Pilates in a row. So I did Pilates with Alex yesterday and Chloe this morning. Luckily, Alex's one yesterday was very much abs and arms focused, whereas Chloe's today was very much legs and glutes. So I've had a good old workout. Had a lovely asparagus risotto at Daylesford, so feeling very full from that. And yes, we've got a little bit of sunshine. Then I think it's going to rain for a bit, and then I think we're going to have a nice evening. So during what I think is going to be a rainy couple of hours, I'm going to finish off, hopefully, just like one of my regular wardrobe clear outs. It's got to that point now where I really just feel like it's overflowing. You'll have seen a lot of new inbound stuff, which I know there's been a lot lately, and I will blame that on my job, but also I probably do have a shopping problem. But I am just gonna, because my hair, I've let it dry naturally after my shower this morning, and it's still a tiny bit damp, so I'm going to just put it up in my heatless waves just while I do this wardrobe clear out. It will keep my hair out the way, but might add a little bit of a wave to it as well, seeing as I'm trying really hard. I think I'm going to try and give myself like 2 weeks of no heat on my hair. So I know I've shown you this before, but actually let's start with a little bit of the Bumble and Bumble Bond Repair. Can you put this on dry hair? Apply to damp hair. Okay, option 2, the JVN. See, I think both of these want to be applied on damp hair, which my hair is not. Maybe I shouldn't put any product on my hair. Okay, so I'm just going to start by, as usual, bringing my hair into a center parting. Getting the sausage in the middle, placing it not too far forward, and then I like this gold clip because it's really quite secure. And then what I do is the side that I'm not going to be curling first, I just clip that on. It's also slightly clipped to my dress, which stops it from spinning round. And then we start on this side. Let's get my hair bobble around my wrist ready to go. I take about 1 inch big sections and just start to tightly wrap away from my face. So that's section 1. Then I grab another inch of hair, and that's section 2. And just repeat this all the way down. You might be able to spot behind me my Dyson fan, and if I hadn't been out, then what I would have done is I would have done this bit here when my hair was like 95% dry, and then I would leave the fan on full blast while I do my makeup after I've put my hair in Heatless Curls. And I sometimes, maybe it's psychological, but then I kind of feel like I'm blow drying my hair into the shape. So then when you get to the last bit, you just keep wrapping that around the hair, and then I tie in place with a silk hair bobble. These are some of my Beauty Pie silk hair bobbles. That's another thing I'd recommend adding to your order. It's really useful to have loads of clips, so I just then attach the side that I've done, again, quite securely to my dress so that it doesn't start to unravel. Okay, so I've done the same on both sides. Now what I actually need is a third little silk hair bobble. Unclip this side, and you don't want to let them go at this point because they could just spin out of control, and that is why I like to secure them at the back, because then they don't kind of swivel undone. So this is the tricky bit. You kind of have to twist as you pull them back, so I'm like twisting them a little bit so the curls stay nice and tight, and then I'm grabbing the ends of the sausage and just almost tying the silk sausage in a little ponytail at the back. So at this stage you could remove this top clip, but actually I find that it just keeps it nice and secure. I love having my hair away from my face. I can be really productive, I can get my morning work done, or I can clear out my dressing room. So that's what I'm gonna do. I want to have a major tidy up in here. You can't see much mess at the moment because of where I put the camera, but there is actually mess everywhere. So I think I finished off the shoe shelves yesterday. So I'm now gonna start at the other side of the dressing room. What I like to do is just kind of open the cupboards and pull out anything that I've not worn in a while, decide whether it's gonna go to charity shop or whether I want to offer it to friends and family, or whether I want to maybe sell it if it's something that cost me a lot of money and I want to try and reclaim some of that. So a little bit of sugar to get me started. Let's do it. I always need entertainment and snacks when I'm doing a wardrobe clear out. It just kind of helps to keep me going. So I'm listening to Table Manners, Jessie Ware and her mum. I've actually only listened to a couple of episodes of this. I listened to the Christine Quinn Selling Sunsets one while I was on the way to and from Pilates this morning. Gotta say, I have a lot more love for Christine after listening to that episode. She genuinely sounded really, really nice. And I didn't know that she was from Texas, and she was saying, guys, obviously a lot of the evilness on the show is her doing it for the show, which I can kind of believe. And my snack of choice is the Torres. I love these, they are the best crisps in the world. Black truffle flavour, very bougie. But also I hid them up here because I knew that if I left them in the treat drawer downstairs, Charlie would snuffle them and I wouldn't get a look in. So I'm gonna press play and start by clearing the mess on my island. Show some feedback. Okay darlings, time for a little catch up. So as you may have seen, I bought all of my like travel makeup bags out from this cupboard. I had been dreading doing this. Every time I go away, I start a new travel makeup bag, or I like tip everything out of one and start from scratch. So then there were so many travel makeup bags just with kind of forlorn items that I hadn't wanted to take with me for a while. So I have packaged loads of them up, lots have gone into the bin, and because they're very much out of date, and a lot have gone in a bag that my friends and family can rummage through. So now it may not look organized, but to me this is quite organized. So I have got like a variety of different bags, whether it's got kind of medical bits in there. This is my aeroplane safe bag. This is my actual makeup bag. I love these ones from the Flat Lay Co. I'll leave them linked down below because they open up really wide. So that one's got my skincare in it. And this one here, it's one of those like shower caps. So when you pull out this toggle, again, it lies completely flat. And this one has, oh no, this one's skincare. And that one's makeup, and this is what I take with me on most holidays. A few extra bits and bobs. Yeah, this in my head seems a little bit more organized. I've pulled a few bits out of this section here. These are my short summer dresses, which I don't have too many of. You might remember some of these. Reese, Zimmerman, some River Island, more Reese, Club Monaco. But I have got rid of a few as well, so I'll leave a link down below to where you'll be able to buy them in probably a couple of weeks' time. And then I've got some of my winter coats stored behind here and this massive messy bag of hangers. But I'm quite pleased with the progress in this cupboard. So one down, about 20 left to go. I'm going to tackle this one next, and it is not very seasonal, but jumper dresses, some sequin dresses. I'm just going to have a quick little rummage through here and see if there's anything I can get rid of. my darlings, I'm taking a break from fashion to do some beauty. You might be thinking, Josie, it's been a little while since we came into your powder room, and this is why. When you see me unboxing all of these fabulous beauty deliveries, they very often just end up in baskets here until I have time to sort them. And when do I ever have time to sort through things? Never. So I'm going to open up the beauty cupboards, and I've got two little baskets here. Charlie and I are going away for a few days holiday in a couple of weeks, and when we're away, Scarlett, Charlie's sister, and one of her friends are going to house sit for us and dog sit. So I thought I would grab these two baskets. I seem to, for some reason, have three identical baskets, so I'm going to fill those up with goodies for Scarlett and her friend Maria. And oh, these cupboards used to be so organized. It really is very, very frustrating, but oh, I don't even know how I'm going to tackle this. In my head, it does kind of make sense. I've got some lovely, actually, I don't know what's going on in this corner, but we've got cleansers, we've got moisturizers, but I really do have my favorites, and there's a lot of repeats in here. There's a lot of fake tan products, and I only ever really reach my Vita Liberata. A lot of body products, and it really is quite over the top to have this many. When Charlie and I made our donations to the Ukrainian refugees, this cupboard was practically emptied. Like, we cleared out, we gave away so much stuff, and it has just built up again because brands very generously do send out samples at quite a hefty rate in the hope that we will love them and talk about them and share them with you guys. But yeah, I've only got one face and I just don't have enough time to try everything, which is a huge shame. I mean, there's some spectacular brands and spectacular products in here that I'd love to get through them all, but there's the rain that we predicted earlier. It has been raining for about an hour now. Perfect time to do a clear out. But yeah, I mean, things like this, like Fresh. I love Fresh Beauty, the moisturizing face oil. That's a gorgeous product. Haven't had a chance to try that yet. I've got so many facial tanning products, but again, I've just kind of got my favorites. And then don't even get me started on hair. Oh my goodness, whenever any friends or family come to the house, I always leave with arms full of shampoo and conditioner because, again, I just can't get through it all. Which is not me being ungrateful, it's just me being realistic. It's, as I said, very, very generous of brands to send their new launches, but I just don't get through it all quick enough. So I'm going to carry on listening. Who am I actually listening to? I think I'm on Emily Ratajkowski now. So let's pop her back on and get back to work. My darlings, it's probably about 4 hours since I first started filming and since I put my hair up in this item. I'm gonna see if anything has happened. Nothing is lost if it hasn't done anything because yeah, I'm not actually going anywhere, so even if I have grey curls right now, I have nowhere for them to be seen. But anyway, let's have a little look. Let's unclip this and then I'll give you a little bit of an update. Let's rest you up on my diffuser. So yeah, this has been up for about 4 hours, but my hair was like 99.9% dry. There might have been a tiny bit of moisture left in my hair earlier. It's now a really nice evening. For once, the weather forecast was spot on. Okay, so I just kind of let it loosen up a little bit. Take the hair bubbles out. If you're thinking that my makeup looks a bit strange, it's because every time I saw a new product, I was like, oh, I'll try this on my face. So I've probably got about 19 layers of lip gloss on. Moment of truth. Oh yeah, we do actually. Just like a very, very soft movement away from my face. Well, that's not bad considering, okay, it's not so much a curl, it's just kind of like a little bit of a wave, but I quite like that. It's better than absolutely nothing from freshly washed hair, is it? Well, as I said, nothing is lost. So let me show you firstly a couple of bits that arrived today, just as I'm sorting stuff out and clearing stuff out. I did also have some more deliveries. I'm always grateful, however, for SPF deliveries, and this arrived from La Roche-Posay, and I just love their products. They always work so incredibly well. I always find that you do pick up a lovely natural colour, and also you're really well protected, so I do love to wear these products when I'm on holiday and for an intense gardening day. And they also very kindly sent a pair of Le Specs sunglasses. Now, I actually have a mission to complete after I've finished filming this little bit, because very, very excitingly, my new car should actually be arriving next week. And what I want to do is, maybe this is really dorky, and just, I was that person that before I started a new school year at school, I would take so much joy in like putting together my pencil case and making sure all my pencils are sharp, like preparing for the new school year was something that I always absolutely love to do. Let me know if you guys can relate to this, starting a new job or things like that. But that's kind of what this feels like. And since having my Peugeot 206, which was my first ever car, all of the other cars we've had, which is actually only two, the Mazda and the Defender, they have both been shared cars with Charlie, so I've not really felt that they're like my car. Whereas the car that is arriving hopefully next week, we've been told that it has arrived to the British port. It's finished being manufactured, and it's arrived to the port, so it should hopefully be with us after the Jubilee weekend. But yeah, it's going to be my car. Every inch of it is designed to my specifications, exactly what I wanted. It's been a long time coming. It's been nearly a year since we ordered it, but because it's my car, I'm going to fill it with all of my favourite things. The glove compartment is going to be filled with my products, SPFs and face sprays and under eye gel masks. So I just want to put together a bag of beauty essentials and other essentials to keep in the car. So for example, the Le Specs sunglasses, I think these would be great driving sunglasses, so I will leave them in the car. And had another delivery, funnily enough, another SPF product. This is a serum SPF from Murad. I think I have tried this before, and I seem to remember that I really, really liked it. It's the Environmental Shield, Correct and Protect, so it actually corrects any any pigmentation that you might have on your skin already, and it's got really fantastic SPF 45 protection, so that's a really great one to add into your routine, especially on an everyday basis. And they also very kindly sent over, funnily enough, another pair from Le Specs, which I don't know if I'll be able to get out one-handedly. You can see here they're like a tortoise shell, like a light tortoise. Really, really gorgeous designs. So I'm spoiled for choice when it comes to sunglasses, and the Murad delivery was come rain or shine. So they've also sent this Solbari umbrella. And guess what? This is also going to live in the car. So I'm going to start putting together that bag of bits for the car now. This is probably not that exciting, but these are the bits that I've put together so far for in the car. So we've got the umbrella here, we've got the sunglasses. Sometimes if I'm doing long car journeys, I do like to pamper. So I've got some 111 Skin Rose Illuminating Eye Masks. Then I've got the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream because it's such a good multitasking product. It can, you know, work for so many different things. I always like to make sure I have SPF on my face and also on the backs of my hands when I'm driving. So the Garnier Ombre Solaire is great for that. A little L'Occitane cuticle oil, because if I'm doing like a long drive, that's a good amount of time where, for example, I'm not washing my hands or not really using my hands. Like if you're gripping a wheel, your cuticle oil can be really sinking in. That's just the way that I'm thinking. And then also accordingly, hand cream. So a lot of hand pampering products. Also a couple of products that I got to experience during my blow dry last week from Rawa have arrived. This is their Rainforest Oil and their Control Cream Anti-Frizz. This is great for putting on wet hair. Loved them during my blow dries. They very kindly sent those over. And then some beautiful at-home nail polishes for doing gel manicures at home from Green Flash. I love these products a huge amount. Obviously just had my nails done yesterday, so won't need to do this for a little while, but great to have a stash at home. And then this is how my beauty cupboard is now looking. It may not look much emptier, but I did have so many bags of products lying around in here that are now organized, and the stuff is now in here. So we have got, let's see, kind of like cleansing products over there, eye creams, more cleansers, serums, moisturizers, face sprays, night creams, and masks, more kind of specialist products, and then things like my capsules and my sheet masks. And then down here, I didn't really attack the bottom section, but we've got tanning products, body products like body wash and body lotion, and then intense body lotions and cotton pads. So yeah, don't really pay too much attention to the bottom there, but now I can shut it all away, and it's very satisfying when I can't see it. That's so funny. I was literally just thinking I could do with a wide-toothed comb for brushing out my hair, because I hate it when it's like a little bit scraggly after putting in Heatless Waves, and I just undid the final bag and look what I found, an Aveda X Philip Lim wide tooth comb. Perfect. This could get rid of all hint of a curl. Let's see. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy with that. This is perfect for like a really relaxed, everyday, loose wave. I like that it just kind of flows away from my face. I'm sure if I put my hair into the heatless curl things with one of those products like the Bumble and Bumble cream that I've now got, I think we're getting there. Practice makes perfect, but over the next couple of weeks I am going to keep trying. I think this is a good little tool. So I'm going to pop this in my drawer, and I think we're actually done. So it's time to go and actually enjoy this beautiful blue sky evening. Well, just as the forecast predicted, the sun has come out and it is now going to be a glorious evening. We've had a delivery from Flowered. I think these are some Jubilee themed flowers, and I've also bought out a vase and some scissors, and I'm going to do a little collection of blooms from the garden. I'm doing this every evening at the moment, and I find it so therapeutic and just a lovely way of bringing these gorgeous blooms inside. I thought I would actually film a TikTok of doing it, because I always share it to my stories and I just think it's so beautiful, and yet the stories are gone in 24 hours and I don't really do anything with my TikTok. So I thought I would just try and fill it with some nice wholesome content from the garden, especially at this gorgeous time of year. Look at this bumblebee. The bumblebees love the salvia. I never really appreciated how much they love salvia before, because you can't really see the nectar, but there must be lots in there. Anyway, wish me luck with my flower arranging TikTok. Okay, so this is the little English country garden display. What would you call this? Posy collection of flowers that I've just pulled together from the garden. I've gone for a very purple theme, as it's the Jubilee this weekend and it's a very regal colour. So we've got lupin, we've got allium, we've got lots of wildflower and lots of salvia. If you would like to see my tips on how to put this together, you're going to have to head to my TikTok, which is something I never thought I would be saying. But yeah, that's just the kind of content I'm going to try putting on there, and I hope that you guys will like it. We've been sent a very red, white and blue display from Flowered. I've actually got this vase already in white. I didn't realise I did it in the bigger size as well. I'm going to be totally honest, these are not my favourite types of flowers, but it looks very British and very celebratory of the Jubilee altogether. A very, very sweet delivery. And as a reminder, I do have a 20% off discount code for Flowered, which is Josie20, and they do same day delivery in London and next day across the UK. We are going to have our first dinner down in the kitchen garden this evening on the new table. Charlie's brought down the wildflower display, and I think we've got a lovely chicken pasta.
It's not barbecue chicken.
No, he's just been his bit over here.
He's like a comedy character.
Oh,
You
hello,
are
Mr.
my
Bean.
sweetest bunny in the whole. Isn't he ridiculous? Hello again, darlings, up in the bathroom. Haven't filmed up here in absolutely ages, but it is 8:15 after a lovely evening down on our new table in the kitchen garden. It was really nice to have dinner down there. It's been quite chilly today, so actually I had to take a blanket down, and I had 2 hot water bottles in the form of Dexter and Dickens cuddling me, but it was, yeah, really lovely. I just edited and published the TikTok of making my bouquet of flowers, and it came out really nicely. So I think I'm going to do a little bit more of this kind of wholesome Cotswold life kind of content on TikTok, because I do share so much of that on my stories, and it makes me really sad that it's just gone. Like, I shared some really lovely stories of what were my favourite flowers that are in bloom in our herbaceous border. And they were so beautiful because the border is so beautiful and the flowers are so beautiful. And so many of you sent me the soundtrack where it was like, I used to party all night long and now I take pictures of flowers. That is literally me. I can't find the soundtrack on TikTok, but I definitely need to do one to that. But yeah, if that sounds like the kind of content that you would like to see on the ticking talk, then that is what I'm going to try and do. But now I'm just going to take my makeup off, and I definitely need to have a bath, having done Reformer Pilates 2 days in a row, and I can really feel it. Like, I can feel muscles I didn't even know I had, like down my sides. We were doing quite a lot of like, we had like the strings there, and we were doing like almost like a bow and arrow movement. And I've never like worked that muscle there before, so I definitely feel like I need a bath. And I've got the Elemis body balm, which I'll put on after my bath. I think it's technically a massage balm. Oh no, massage tired legs with upward movements, blah blah blah. So I'll put some of that on afterwards, and then I'm going to put some of the Spa grounding crystals in the bath because they smell amazing, and then some of the foaming bath from L'Occitane because it's the best. It smells like lavender, it's great before bed, and really lovely and bubbly, and this is a refillable bottle as well. So that's what's going to be in my bath. I'm going to take my makeup off while watching Victoria in the Fro's latest YouTube video. She's just started it off with a little potter around her garden, so it's lovely seeing what she's got in bloom. Oh, I've bought a spoon instead of a fork. I normally like to eat my mochi balls with, they're kind of like fish forks. They're like, or maybe a spork, and I like it because I can stab the mochi balls, whereas I can't really bite them from a spoon. I've upgraded from having 2 a night to having 3 a night now, and I just I love them so much. The pistachio flavour, they're just such a good palate cleanser. You've seen my evening skincare routine many a time, so I'm not going to go through it with you now, but I thought I would just sign off and say I hope you are having a really great start to your Jubilee weekend. If you are watching this video on Thursday, let me know in the comments down below what you are doing this Jubilee weekend, and I'll be sharing what we're up to over on my stories. We've got loads of seriously amazing stuff planned, so yeah, definitely keep a lookout on my stories. And if you are on TikTok, I'd love it if you join me over there. I'm Josie LDN, the same as I am on Instagram. So that's all from me, darlings. Thank you for watching. I'll see you very soon in the next one. Bye!